Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell, because what I do here is all about Cardano and the Cardano ecosystem. So I have recorded a call with the founders of Cardwallet, which were Tiago and Victoria. So I will play that after this, but what I'm doing is, based on feedback, is you guys want to see a summary of the projects before just jumping straight into an interview. So I'll go through a few things here just to give the high level and give my opinions on it. And throughout the call as well, we touch on different parts of the project too. So Tiago has links back to Cardano. Some people who are around for a while now may be familiar with him from when he worked within Cardano as well. Great to see. I see this a lot. I see people leaving the Cardano Foundation or Amerigo or some of the companies that are involved with Cardano and actually building products on top of Cardano then as well, which to me is a really great sign that they don't leave the ecosystem, they stay around and they build on top of it then. So Victoria then is a former CEO of Cointelegraph, lots of links to other cryptocurrency companies as well. Being from Cointelegraph, I was able to try and get an answer about the Charles Hoskinson Cointelegraph not including him in the top 100 notable people for blockchain in 2021, which is just insane. Whatever your personal opinion is about someone, you cannot take that into account when you are looking at something like that. Looking through this here, you can see it's a non-custodial, so I suppose the summary of the wallet. They're building a wallet for Cardano, not just Cardano. This will be a multi-asset wallet. So what that means is that you'll be able to hold your Cardano on it. You can hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and eventually BNB as well. With holding Cardano, you can also hold native assets on the wallet as well. It is going to be non-custodial, so for those of us familiar with Exodus or Atomic Wallet, it will be very similar to that, but these guys are really going for mobile first, so trying to really optimize the wallet for mobile use. That is one of the big selling points of the wallet, or reasons to use it, is what they're putting forward is they're putting so much time into the UI of the wallet, how the usability works, because they're building in, is it here actually, building in yield farming and lots of other ways to actually earn with your cryptocurrency, as well as being able to exchange your cryptocurrency through the wallet as well. They also have a direct fiat on off ramp. So again, great to see integration with debit card issuers. I think the first one is Simplex, and also with Apple Pay. Great to see these types of solutions. I did put it to them in the call about trying to get integrations with the bank as well for direct bank transfers, because it's great to have these ramps here on and off. But generally when you're dealing with credit cards, you can see a bit higher fees. So bringing in bank transfers at a future date would also be a really big improvement there as well. So what else was there? So as well as this, talking about with the wallet, you'll be able to integrate with some of the other DEXs on the Cardano blockchain as well as what I've mentioned already with yield farming. So there's going to be lots in the roadmap here. What they also said is about, I think the roadmap's here. You can see the roadmap here. I will put a link to this deck down below as well, so you can check it out. The MVP for the wallet should be out mid-September. Again, I will show you the demo video just before I jump into the call with them, and you can take a look at what the wallet is actually looking like. To be fair, it really does look fairly smooth in the process, so I am looking forward to getting my hands on it in maybe mid-September. So through the wallet, you'll be able to hold your coins, you can stake your coins. They're looking to try and bring extra incentives as well for staking your ADA, to try and encourage people to stake their ADA through the wallet. So again, they're talking to myself and a few other SPOs at the minute to see what way they can do that people use the wallet to stake their ADA and then also earn some of the Cardwallet tokens then as well. So once I have more information on that, I will put it out there. So that is about it on the roadmap. Where my native asset staking, voting, delegation. So again, they do have a token sale coming up on OccamFi, which we get into in the call as well. First off, their token is an ERC20 token. I have told them that we'll give them about a month or so after smart contracts go live on Cardano, and then I will be chasing down projects that are still focused on ERC20 rather than a Cardano native asset, and try and find out what is going on there. So other aspects as well so again, you guys can go through this yourselves, no point me reading it word for word. Something else as well, I don't think they're going to have hardware wallet support from the beginning, but this is something that I would really be pushing to get very early on, or as early as possible, because if you've been watching the channel for a while, I generally do tell people to try and get a hardware wallet if you have any decent amount of crypto at all, because it adds that extra layer of security. I know if you want to get involved in yield farming and stuff like that through the wallet, then maybe the hardware wallet won't be the one for you, because you will be locking up the funds in smart contracts and stuff like that. But if it's funds that you're holding just for the long term and staking, then a hardware wallet always gives that extra layer of security. So again, I'll leave the links down below to their website and everything like that. I will now play the demo for you guys before jumping into the call with the team. And again, I'll put as many timestamps down below as well to help you jump to certain parts as well. If you get some value, please do give it a like. Leave comments down below. I can give them to the team or answer where possible myself. And also share it out there if you think others can get some value. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's jump into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Cardano video. Today I am joined by the Cardwallet team. So I have Tiago and Victoria from Cardwallet here. So we will get straight into it. You guys are very welcome. It's great to have you on the channel. So can you give an introduction to yourselves, and then we'll jump into Cardwallet after that. But the elevator pitch for yourselves, who you are, how you came to be a part of this. Tiago, do you want to go first?
Sure. Thank you very much, Paul. Pleasure to be here. So I'm Tiago. I've been working in the blockchain industry since around 2013. At end of 2012, at beginning of 2013, I started mining. And soon after, I became part of the, at the time called Darkcoin, a small unknown altcoin that then rebranded into Dash. And I contributed to helping that project grow into top market cap. Then I decided to pursue other interests, and when I had two moments when my mind was like completely blown with blockchain. One of them was Andreas Antonopoulos. That's my typical story, how I got to know Bitcoin and the true philosophy behind what its mission is. And the second time was when I saw the Charles Hoskinson the famous whiteboard video. I was like, wow, I am really impressed by the philosophy of how to build a project in formal methods and using science and peer-reviewed academic work. And I was super impressed. So I kept, following Cardano. And at one point, I joined the Cardano Foundation. So it was a great moment for me, because I always make it a point to work with projects that actually have the potential to create an impact in society, to transform society into something better than we have had before. After leaving the Cardano Foundation, I became advisor for OccamFi for the IDO launch. We assembled a team to get it up and running. So through the OccamFi advisory board, we have regular meetings, and in one of those meetings, we were like brainstorming about what the gaps in the ecosystem are. Now that Cardano is about to enable smart contracts, let's see what has been done on other chains. Let's see what has been happening these past few years. What is lacking? And that's how Cardwallet, the concept of Cardwallet came to life. And we assembled a team, went through the accelerator program, and here we are.
Great. That's one thing I noticed. I've seen different people leave the Cardano Foundation and that over the last while, but what I think is really good to see is lots of them might leave, but I would say the majority of them still end up building something on top of Cardano or working on projects that are involved in Cardano. So for me, that's a good positive to see. So Victoria, where do you fit into this, or how did you get involved?
So hello, thank you for having us here. I'm co-founder and CEO of Cardwallet currently, and I also have been in crypto industry from 2013. At the time, I used to work in tech, like fintech startup, and was traveling the world, visiting different financial conferences. And at one of the conferences, I accidentally met a person who just told me about concept of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I have never heard of that before. but when we have met, I started reading about it and following some news. At the time, to be honest, there was even no actual news about it, mainly just some forums and geeks discussing something on Reddit, Bitcoin Talk forum. If you remember it, it was very popular at some point of time. Yeah, and then I just got dragged into this whole brave new world, I would say. And in 2013, I joined the team of Cointelegraph, which at the time consisted, I think, maybe from 4-5 people. And we started building Cointelegraph, which turned out to be pretty big. Now it was a very, very interesting journey. And throughout this period of years, the industry has changed so much. And I'm really enjoying being a part of that and seeing how everything has grown. So for Cointelegraph, I've been a CEO for several years, and 2 years ago I left and started participating in a number of other businesses, including I was helping Mark Berger, building scalable solutions distribution company, and that's actually how we all intersected. Now Mark helps Occam a lot, Tiago also helps Occam, and we all started being chatting all the time, thinking what else we can build together, and that's how Cardwallet idea appeared.
Great. So lots of experience within the crypto space between the two of you, and I'll have covered in the quick intro I done as well. I will have covered some of the rest of the team as well. There's one thing with your history of Cointelegraph, I can't have someone on from Cointelegraph and not ask the question about Charles Hoskinson and Cointelegraph. He didn't make the top 100 notable people in blockchain in 2021. What's going on with that? Why does Cointelegraph not appreciate Cardano when you are now building on top of Cardano?
Yeah, this is a very good question to Cointelegraph editorial team. To my knowledge, what happened that there was a kind of internal conflict between Charles and Cointelegraph editorial team, which ended up this situation that Charles was not added into most influencing people in the industry, and there was a huge scandal on Twitter. I personally, as I told, left the team 2 years ago, was not participating in this rating creation, but as I see, I personally in Cardano ecosystem. So yeah.
Yeah, I think whatever you think personally about someone, when you're looking at who is some of the prominent figures, for me anyway, he is definitely up in the top few, not even just in the top 100. But maybe I'll get to the bottom of it someday.
They will handle this situation soon.
Yeah. So let's move on to Cardwallet then. What is the quick introduction, the elevator pitch for Cardwallet then from your standing? What does it offer, or what is it going to do?
Okay, so Cardwallet in its essence is a non-custodial wallet that has fiat on and off ramp. That is the base layer foundation. That is actually our MVP, which we are going to release just next month, mid-September. And I'll try to get a production video of our interface so you can show your viewers. It's well underway, and that's going to be our MVP. On top of that, we are going to introduce our take on DeFi. So our own DeFi solutions that people, all the names that and definitions that everyone is aware of by now, like staking, zero fee routing, swaps, delegation to stake pools with this special tweak on that, and we'll speak about that in a bit. So we will take, Texas centralized exchange routing as well. So it's going to be a multi-blockchain wallet. It's not going to be only Cardano, but it's going to be Cardano first. So our mission really is to offer something that is lacking in the space, which is a mobile application. Even though Yoroi does have a mobile application, our core focus is going to be on UX and UI, so that the user experience is really streamlined and really seamless. But we're also going to support Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Binance Smart Chain. I'm not sure if Binance Smart Chain will be available right at the launch of MVP, but soon after for sure. So basically, it's going to be DeFi in your pocket. At the very last stage of our development, then we will think about issuing an actual physical card. But we really want to nail, first of all, user security and ease of use through, your seed, your coins, not your seed, not your coins kind of philosophy, and then our take on DeFi. And that we really want to make it like really, really simple and easy to use so that you can show your friends who are not into blockchain and they will understand it. They will not understand what blockchain is, what the mechanics are, but they will be able to interact with a very simple platform.
Okay, great. So fiat on and off ramp is always good. I get lots of questions about that all the time. So that will be available in the MVP, which roughly the middle of September we're looking at. How does that, is that with card payments, or is there bank accounts involved, or what's the process there?
There will be a possibility to use credit debit card and also Apple Pay. For that, we are partnering with Simplex, which is like major payment provider service in the industry. So from our side, it will be just like in a few clicks, you choose which coin you want to buy, and then go to Simplex side, go through the KYC process, and then crypto will appear on your card wallet. I think we will also add a second payment provider, SendWire. We are now in the process of signing documents with them. But basically, yeah, we are just working with the leaders of the industry to give this opportunity to our users.
Okay, great. And the off-ramp then, how does that, can people send funds back to their debit credit card then as well through that?
Yes, also through these payment providers.
Okay, look forward to seeing that. Will bank transfers come into it at some stage? Is that on the roadmap, or that hasn't been looked at just yet?
Not on the MVP, but I think on a later stage, most probably we will add this too.
Great. Always like to see that type of feature coming in as well, because obviously with the bank transfers, you get lower fees, but bringing in your own debit card down the line as well is also a solution on that side too for an off-ramp anyway. Yeah. So whenever you guys are getting closer to that, we'll definitely have to have a chat about that as well. So what else have I got here? So we've talked about cross-chain, or we've talked about multiple chains being involved, which is great to see, but you guys are a Cardano first project. So your own token, everything you're doing is, and the smart contracts that you will be building is all on top of Cardano. When the DeFi options that you're talking about, will they be specifically Cardano, or will they also look across platforms?
The idea is to be cross-platform, yes, obviously. So despite being Cardano first, we want to be Cardano first because we believe that it is going to be, it is a chain that offers the most potential in the next coming years, for sure. And we strongly believe in the mission that Cardano is trying to achieve. But that does not mean that other chains are not relevant. Quite on the contrary, every chain has its pros and cons, and users should not be locked into one chain. They should have the possibility to interact with whatever chains. So one thing that is key to our project is that Cardwallet and its token is 100% community driven. So what's going to happen is we're going to ask the community, what features do you want us to implement, right? So down the line, so our MVP, that is going to be like our intellectual property, right? That's not going to be open source. But then as we start rolling out all these smart contracts, for sure it's going to be, viewable. The code is going to be viewable, so the community can do their own audits. We will have external audits, but basically, we will also have CWIP, which Cardano Wallet improvement proposals, so people can actually formally propose changes to our protocol. But in essence, instead of us saying, hey, this is our next feature set and the roadmap is here, we're going to ask, do you prefer us to integrate this new chain, this new feature, or XYZ feature? And the community votes, and we will follow. So the idea really is about interoperability. Do not force anyone to be locked into one chain. Quite on the contrary, be super fluid to whatever your maximum gains are and whatever your strategy to be in this market is.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to hear that. even though I have a Cardano channel here, I don't see blockchain being one chain wins and everything else fails. It's not a zero-sum game. Interoperability, to me, is going to play a huge part in the future. Obviously, I think Cardano is going to have a huge chunk of that, but I don't think it's going to kill every other chain out there as well. Everyone has their own niche out there in the market. And the other thing as well, on having the contracts open source, we've seen what's happened with so many hacks. I think putting all of the stuff out there open source, get peer reviewed, have bug bounties out there, let people come in, let the white hackers come in, look at everything you're doing to make sure that it is safe before going out to the public. So I think all of that is good stuff to have out there in the public, because sometimes things are missed, and the more eyes you get on it, the better. So
yeah, and don't trust, verify. So that motto is very, very important.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we definitely have to see a lot more of that rather than companies rushing out the gate. We see a lot of projects trying to get out the gate and putting all these contracts out, offering huge returns, but then down the line, you have to question the security. So I think it's always one of the top priorities, and coming from a Cardano focused background, I think that should play a good role in it. And we've talked a bit on the DeFi options, and you will be creating to be yield farming. So some people, I suppose yield farming is one of the most well-known. You have staking with stake pools. We'll talk about that in a second. But yield farming, pools and all of that, will you look to create your own? Will you tap into other DEXs either? So Cardano DEXs, there's a new one coming out every day at the minute, or new ideas. Will you look to integrate with other DEXs that are out there?
We are actually planning to integrate a number of different DEXs. We do not want to build our own DEX. And we believe like this is a beauty of our product, because right now to understand DeFi and to start using it, you have to spend so much time to research what's where, how to use it. We want to build the interface which anyone can use and not even think what DeFi is, still enjoy all the cool ideas and advantages of this beautiful concept.
Yeah, that's a good approach on it, because the end user doesn't have to understand how the code works, how the smart contracts all interact, and what the terms within yield farming and within DeFi in general can be confusing at times for people coming into it, and the confusion can bring about lots of loss in the space. So making that as simple as possible is always good. On that's all. So that's all through mobile. You're, as well as being Cardano first, you're mobile first. Your focus is on mobile. Will we see plugins like Yoroi has the web plugin as well as a mobile browser? Me personally, probably because I sit at a PC all day, I would go for that first. I know a lot more of the world will go for mobile first, but will I have that option as well?
Yes, after MVP, we're planning also to develop web version and Web3 extension. So yes, this is in our plans for sure.
Great. Actually, one thing that's really important on my side is hardware wallets. Will you be supporting hardware wallets as well?
Oh, we have been receiving this hard wallet feature one so much, so many times. It really seems like we need to include it in our post MVP roadmap.
Yeah, I think it's something that, especially when people get into bigger amounts of money, they have to consider. Yeah. Now, when you're locking up in smart contracts and DeFi, then I suppose you can't always use a hardware wallet there. But for anyone who is just storing funds, hardware wallet for me is something I always encourage people to look into, just to have that extra layer of security there when you are owning your own keys. So stage of development, we've touched on it. Your MVP is coming hopefully mid-September, and that will basically give a wallet where I can hold my ADA, hold my native assets built on Cardano, I presume. What else will that have?
Well, Victoria?
Yeah? Go on.
No, but well, basically that is it. The MVP, contrary to your typical MVP, which usually is a very alpha type software release, and then people start building up on top of that. We want to release an MVP, which is a product in its own. So it's a non-custodial wallet that you can hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Cardano with all the native assets associated to those chains that you can buy and sell. Great. That alone is going to permit the introduction of cryptocurrencies to developing countries, like we've seen in the Cardano 360 in Africa. And all the efforts to being made in these developing countries to bank the unbanked. Those people do not usually have a desktop or a laptop. They just have a good Android cell phone, and that's the center of their internet life when they have connectivity. And as soon as you do have connectivity, I mean, yeah, that's what billions of people are using. So it makes sense to have a mobile first product. From then on, we start building the cool, typical DeFi stuff. So the core MVP really is about functionality and being able to onboard not only not only cross-pollinate communities. So there's millions of Ethereum hardcore fans who are just waiting and lurking to see what Cardano is going to do as soon as it launches its smart contracts. So instead of having like 3 or 4 wallets to interact with, you'll be able to have one. And like you said, like I'm also a DeFi practitioner, let's say, and I use MetaMask on my laptop. I do not use the mobile application simply because it's unusable. So we're going to try to fix that. So eventually we will also release, Chrome extension or Web3 extension, but that will be in the hands of the community. We really want to tap into the community and ask them, what do you want us to prioritize? Do you prefer to have a Web3 extension, or do you prefer to, again, like I said before, integrate another chain or integrate hardware wallets or stuff like that? So yeah, that is it in a nutshell.
Yeah, I suppose depending on the UI, I might lean a little bit more towards using a mobile first then, but for me, I'm probably in a different position to others as well. Like yourselves, you're in front of a computer a lot of the day as well when you're working within this space, but not everyone is doing that. So making it easier for other people to get involved is good as well.
Yeah, and how many
Sorry.
times it has happened to me that I'm out in the middle of a street and all of a sudden there's a market change or move, and I miss an opportunity because I have to rush back home to be able to interact with these smart contracts. And this is something that is a pain point for so many people, and that is something that we are seriously going to address.
Actually, one thing as well. So when I create the wallet, I presume whatever wallet I create automatically creates. I'd have the same seed phrase for like Exodus has. So when I create a wallet, I only get one phrase, and that's what manages all the different wallets then. That's how you guys will work it as well, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we've touched on, I suppose, in a sense, governance of users voting. That will come with the token, will it? So you guys have a token, you have an upcoming token sale on OccamFi, but the token, the use case around that's governance, or do you want to talk around that?
Sure.
Yeah, so we're splitting our tokenomics model in several phases. After MVP, we will be working on first phase of our tokenomics, and we want our token holders to give them an access to zero fee swap engine. So part of our users will be able to exchange coins to one another without fees. And then, like Tiago has already mentioned, that our long-term goal is to build really community-driven product. So from the second and third phases, we will be building more voting mechanisms, staking mechanisms, adding different Cardano staking pools. We are now already in negotiation with them, discussing how to build this kind of functionality. And from then on, we will be focusing on DAO style things and give our community opportunity to really participate in building our product and decide on what features we are adding next.
Okay, so yeah, it's great to see actual utility. We see lots of tokens coming out, and we need to raise funds. So we'll create this token and we'll think of a use case later on. So it's good to see there is a use case there, and it will be a part of suppose, deciding how the project moves forward as well. Every holder will have a say. And you touched on staking there as well. We forgot to talk about that when we were talking about features. So Cardano users were all used to staking now, so they will be able to stake through Cardwallet as well.
Yes, indeed. So, full implementation of a Cardano wallet with all the features that Yoroi or Daedalus would have, we will also have. But we thought up of a really cool concept that is we believe is a win-win situation. So we are in our tokenomic design, we introduced this system where participating pools, and we haven't actually, we are collaborating with a few stake pool operators to refine this idea. So wherever I say right now is not set in stone, it's a work in progress. But the idea is to have, Cardano staker holders staking or delegating their stake through the card wallet to pools, and they receive their ADA rewards. On top of that, they will receive regular airdrops, or either of CW tokens or new tokens that get listed on Cardwallet. If the projects decide to promote, offering a small inventory of their tokens, those will be distributed to the ADA holders that are staking through Cardwallet to participating stake pools. So on one side, we hope to bring more dellocators to these stake pools. On the other side, the holders will get their ADA plus some extra tokens. So in essence, it will be more profitable to stake through Cardwallet than through Yoroi or Daedalus. Now, the finer details of this are still to be hashed out, and we have assembled some top-tier stake pool operators to collaborate with us to refine the design.
It's great to see extra incentives there. I think as we see DeFi in general coming into the space, staking, the game for staking is going to change a lot, and it's what are the extra benefits people can get on top of staking as well. So looking forward to being a part of them conversations and seeing what possibilities are there. So you guys, you have both mentioned OccamFi already. You both have a history with OccamFi, and you have your launch coming up on the platform next Monday, is it? Do you want to go into that?
Yep, next Monday. This Monday, the 16th of August at 4 p.m. UTC, I believe. We're having our token sale on the OccamFi platform. So yeah, I invite everyone to participate, of course.
Yeah, I suppose for anyone not familiar with OccamFi, they have to hold OccamFi to get a tier within the sale. So it depends on what they hold at this stage. So for people who aren't already involved with OccamFi, does the token go live on an exchange? This is as well for people. We've talked a lot about Cardano here, but for now, this is an ERC20 token. But does it go live onto Uniswap the same day, or what is the process there?
Yes, absolutely. So we are in talks with several exchanges, but we cannot comment on the centralized exchanges, but we cannot comment who at this point in time. But yes, we are launching immediately after the token sale ends. We will be opening a Uniswap pool for anyone to be able to buy the token.
Okay. And right after that, we also plan to launch very good liquidity mining campaign.
Very good. I suppose, and an important question, we've talked a lot about Cardano, is the smart contracts that you're looking to build and do on everything you're building for the wallet, that is all being built on top of Cardano, or are you going Ethereum first and then Cardano? Just when we talk about the ERC20 token?
Yeah, so at this moment we are launching ERC20 because it's so easy to bridge over to Cardano that when it makes sense we will obviously open that possibility up. But in essence, what we are doing is, or what everyone is doing, is waiting for Alonso to roll out onto mainnet, because that is when all the magic will start happening. So if there is appetite by the community to actually open before, that's something that we can look into it. But what is the actual value of having actually that bridge open right now? Is there that much added value? Because there are no smart contracts to interact with on the Cardano side, so there's only the Ethereum side of the story. So it's just a matter of hopefully weeks until that we cross that finish line.
Yeah, I suppose for now it's the token is launching on Ethereum, but a lot of your focus is still on Cardano from what I hear, within the next month, hopefully we will have smart contracts on Cardano then as well. And what I'm saying to all projects that are launching on Ethereum first is give projects a month or so, but after a month, if they're not over on Cardano or showing work on Cardano, I'll be chasing them down, asking why they're still fully on Ethereum and not over on Cardano. So we'll follow up after that. Absolutely. Please do keep us in check. Yes, that's what I feel the community has to do, is get involved in this and have their say out there. We've all seen projects over the years, not saying this is your project or anything, but projects that don't follow through. So I think the community has a responsibility. Get involved, get vested in it. And as you guys have said, with your token, community members are able to do that. They're able to get involved and vote for what will be coming. Yeah, it's even a bit further than that. I would like to say that many projects, they try to raise funds to start building. And most of the time it ends up being vaporware. We want to do it the other way around. So we secured funding to be able to pay for salaries for, at least, was it 2 years, something like that. So we do not depend on the token sale to actually, start building. We are delivering right now an MVP in more or less 1 month. So the token will be in the hands of the community. The product will be in the hands of the community, right at launch. And then we start building alongside the community. So we hope to change that paradigm of the typical, token sale that then ends up in vaporware. And we're trying to show that this is exactly the opposite. Yeah, I do like that aspect, is that even if people don't want to get involved, as soon as it launches, within 1 month, they'll be able to see something tangible. They'll be able to see a real product there that then they can make their decision if they want to get involved at that stage. So it's great that it is coming so quick, because I've been involved in projects over time where it's 6-12 months and we still haven't seen anything proper from the project. So it's great to have milestones fairly close. So I really appreciate both of your time today. Is there anything you want to leave us with? Anything I haven't covered that you'd like to get across? Victoria, we'll let you, if there's anything there. Or
I think everything is fine. Thank you for having us here, and as we told, really welcome you in our community channels. I think you will leave some links about us, right? And we'll be happy to see you a part of Cardwallet for sure. Yeah, I'll leave all of the links down below where anyone following the channel here can keep in contact, and any questions as well, leave them down below and I will try and pass them on to the team as well. We can go directly to their groups. Tiago, what do you want to leave us with? Well, first of all, thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you join the community. And yeah, just participate, bring in ideas, keep us in check. Don't let us stray from our mission. We are Cardano first. We want to. This is something that I learned along the way. I don't talk about competitors. I talk about peers. We're all building. We're all rowing in the same direction. So let's build together. Let's grow together, and let's make Cardano. Show the world what is possible to do with Cardano. So yeah, join our channels and join our community, and we will build great stuff together. Great. I think that's a good point to leave it at. I agree with that philosophy as well. I don't like looking at people who are maximalists and all they do is look at what's wrong with other projects and what's right with theirs. Every project has their positive, negative, and what we need to do is look at what other projects are doing well and try and emulate and take it a step further as well. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Give the video a like, comment any questions down below, share it out there if you think others can get some value, and don't forget to subscribe for your Cardano content. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you soon. Victoria, Tiago, thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, guys.